Good morning and welcome to The Point for Thursday, August 10th. It's a beautiful morning here in Pittsburgh, although we do see futures going lower this morning with the Dow down about 50 points with the S&P down just below 10 points. This is after yesterday realized some small losses here in the U.S. combined with losses in most global markets. Google's recently fired employee defended his views on gender differences and diversity efforts in technology in a Bloomberg interview yesterday. He claimed he sent out his controversial memo a month ago, and many people viewed it without anyone confronting him. He said, "It was only after it got viral that upper management started shaming me and eventually firing me." Household debt outstanding has reached a new high. The measure contains everything from mortgages to credit cards and car loans and touched $12.7 trillion, surpassing its previous peak in 2008. Although household net worth is also at a new high of $94.8 trillion, thanks to rebounding home values and soaring stock portfolios. However, this increase has primarily benefited the nation's wealthiest. Kohl's, Macy's, and Nordstrom all report earnings results today as investors keep an eye on traditional retailers and their ability to stay above water with hot competition from Amazon. Global markets traded lower with the Stoxx Europe 600 index down 0.4% and the MSCI Asia Pacific 0.5% lower. The MSCI Emerging Market Index also fell 0.7% to its lowest point in more than 2 weeks. Losses in Europe were led by a 1.1% drop in the UK, as the same fall was seen in Hong Kong, leading the dip in Asia. Though the bond market stayed relatively quiet as major yields fell less than 1 basis point. Inventories of crude oil extended declines, with production easing in the U.S., pushing the commodity 0.6% higher to just under $50 per barrel, while gold rose 0.1% to its strongest in more than 2 months. Glencore, an Anglo-Swiss multinational commodity trading and mining company, saw earnings charge 68% in the first half of the year. However, they decided to keep their dividend unchanged and lower their debt. They see headroom, though, for highly selective growth opportunities as mineral exploration picks up globally. The dollar gained some traction against most G10 peers as the euro fell 0.5%. The British pound also struggled against the dollar after UK manufacturing growth stalled. Currencies in Asia were mixed as the won fell to a 4-week low while the yen saw a 0.2% rise, taking it to its strongest point in 8 weeks. Japan and South Korea claimed that North Korea would face a strong response if it followed through on its threats to launch missiles toward the U.S. territory of Guam. White House aides have said that failures under previous administration to control the country have forced Trump to rethink strategy. William Dudley of the Fed will speak today, delivering opening remarks at the economic press briefing on wage inequality, while UK factory output will be released today as the key CPI data will make its appearance tomorrow, as economists are expecting a 0.2% rise in consumer prices, excluding energy and food. So we see, obviously, keeping an eye on today's Fed speaker, William Dudley, as he's going to talk on wage prices and wage inequality. So I know investors will be diving through what he says deeply to look for clues on what they plan to do with wages, whether or not they plan to raise those. And that becomes especially important with tomorrow's CPI data coming out. So we're going to find more about what's going on in our economy with prices and whether or not our wages will be able to keep up with prices and spending, as they do expect inflation to increase just a little bit. And other than that, also keeping a big eye on what's going on politically, especially in North Korea. In sports, we see the Pirates kind of got destroyed last night, 10-0 by the Tigers, as Justin Verlander allowed only 1 hit in 8 innings. They didn't lose any ground in the division, though, as the Cubs also lost to the Giants, so we remain 3.5 games back. And also in baseball, we saw that Jay Bruce was traded from the Mets to the Cleveland Indians as they get ready for a playoff push. The Chargers and Rams got into 3 fights yesterday during a scrimmage as the fight for LA begins. And today we finally see the final major of the season kicking off as Jordan Spieth vies for the career Grand Slam at Quail Hollow. He tees it up with Garcia and Koepka at 8:25, while DJ, Jason Day, and Stenson will be on the 10th tee right behind them. My bets are on Matsuyama this week, though, to keep it rolling after his win recently at the Bridgestone, as I think he's going to hopefully bring home his first major victory of many more to come. And that is it for us today for Thursday, August 10th. We hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.